What's up, YouTube? Get this free monthly game, Evil West. I wanted to get it when it first came out, but it didn't look like it was worth the money. So let's see if it was worth the money for free. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that like button for the YouTube video for me, man. All of it's free. It's all free, man. It's all free. God damn it. Witness the rise of an amateur streamer. You feel me? That's what y'all gonna be a part of. My growth. You know? Help me grow so I can help y'all grow. You know?
Hey, the beat go off? Hey, is this open? I'm making this right now. What the fuck is you? Oh no, I just want you to explain something to me. Hey, get crazy. Little nigga, don't get hit, don't get crazy. Oh no, I want you to explain something to me. Hey, get crazy. Great, I saw Superman, now you say, pussy before you eat. Thanks for stopping by today.
Thank you for having me, Brother Showcase.
Thank you. Got a drink of water after that.
Okay. Oh, yes, indeed. Let me just say this before we start.
Yeah.
This right here,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk right to the sisters.
You know,
One sip.
right there in front of you.
Get you right there. Now I'm back to you, Shay. I'm back to you, baby. That's enough for me, baby. But, oh, sisters, if you're trying to make up with your man, if you're trying to get pregnant, this right here, shake and shop, one sip, take care of all your woes. Ooh, baby, that thing right there. Okay.
Moni, when you hear, what goes through your mind when you hear that?
What goes through my mind when I hear you read that? I'm humbled by that. I'm grateful for that. I've been allowed to share a gift, because that's what it is. But when you start reading that, there's a part that says, who is he talking about? And there's another part that says, I'm grateful that I was able to put that work in to achieve those things, but all with humility.
You said we were talking about. You said, I want to get something. There's something I want to share with you, and I need to get it off my chest early.
Because that's why I'm looking at you now. Like, why are you going into that? Because I told you we could not talk till I dealt with you.
Okay,
listen. Okay. So let me say this to you. The day I watched Skip Bayless lose himself to you, and that's what he did. He lost himself. And when I watched Skip Bayless say to you, put them goddamn glasses back on, boy. Now, I know he didn't say goddamn and boy, but that's what everybody heard. And I was waiting for you to snatch his ass across that table, baby, and give it to him. I was like, Shannon, this is the perfect time. I don't condone violence.
Right.
I don't say be violent. But that day, I was in my feelings for 2 days. Me and my grandbaby could not watch you for 2 days. And my husband had to say, Mama, let's talk about this. Look at Shannon Shaw. He retired in 2004, but he could still get on that field and run touchdowns, tackles, everything. Had he snatched Skip Bayless across that table, he would have died in Shannon's arms that day.
Right.
So Brother Shay Shay handled that right. Now we can talk. Okay? I just had to get that off of me because I know everybody around the world heard what I heard.
That big ass
no, he didn't
chest,
say
only
them words, but
770.
we heard it in his mind, and we was looking for you to say space and opportunities. Skip, space and opportunity.
That's that beat more coming out of you.
You know what? That's your Aunt Mary coming out of me. That's your Aunt Mary coming out of me, baby.
I got an aunt named Mary now. Monique, you and her are a spitting image. I remember the very first time I saw you, and my sister and I, we were talking, and my sister looked at me, and I looked at her. I said, she's a spitting image of my Aunt Mary, and you are. You are. Hopefully we're going to put pictures up when we run this. So you're from Baltimore.
Yes.
And I read everything that I read. When you were growing up in Baltimore, what did a young Monique want to be?
Just what I'm doing right now, baby.
You dreamed of this.
Just when I tell you, Shannon, from a little girl, I always wanted to be famous.
Okay.
Because I saw the Jackson 5.
Okay.
And I saw people screaming for them and hollering. And I'm like, damn it, I want them to scream and holler for me, but I couldn't sing.
Right.
But I knew somewhere I was going to be famous.
Right.
So I prayed to the universe, just let me be famous. I didn't understand what all came with that.
Mm-hmm.
As a little girl,
Right.
You just see the lights, the glamour, the glitz, and you fall in love with that. So that little girl fell in love with the lights, the glamour, and the glitz. That little girl fell in love with a woman named Oprah Winfrey on a local talk show in Baltimore called People Are Talking. And when I looked at that woman, Shannon, I saw me. I saw a big woman with a big head, big shoulders, and big feet. And I said, if that woman can do that, so can I. So that's what that little girl was thinking about from Baltimore.
Are you the type person that if you see someone do something one time, that means it can be done again? Because you saw Oprah do it. You say, well, Oprah doing it, why can't Monique do it?
I think Oprah, when I saw her do it as a little girl, was a push. However, had I not seen Oprah, my dreams would have still been my dreams.
Okay.
But when you see somebody that's inside of that space, because how many big black women are on TV even now?
Correct.
So back then, you didn't see any big black women on TV that was doing it. So I think had I not seen her, I would have still wanted to do it. But seeing her, let me say, okay, it's possible. It's right there.
Right. What was Monique like as a little girl?
What you saying right now, baby?
So you always...
I just got, listen, let me tell you something. A lot of people in this industry don't like me, right?
Yeah.
They didn't like me as a little girl, Shannon. I'm so used to this shit. People didn't like me because I was going to tell it. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell on you.
Right.
So what you're saying right now is the same thing you're getting. They tried to fight my ass in the 12th grade, Shannon. They surrounded me,
Right.
a group of them. Okay? Wanted to fight on me. Why? Because I told the truth.
What you tell?
I told Andre that was not Lamon's baby. Because I told him that's what Lamont...
That ain't your place.
Let me tell... Wait a minute. Oh, Sugar, you gonna calm yourself down? Okay? Do you see Shannon losing himself with me? You gonna back that up, Shannon? Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Okay? I'm a person for right.
Right.
Right? And if you tell me something, and you say, Monique, I've done something to somebody, but don't say nothing. Shannon, I'm going to need you to fix that. Because if you don't fix it, I'm going to have to tell that. Because it's wrong. So when she tells me, this is not his baby, but I'm going to tell him it's his baby, I can't let you do that. That's not right. So what I stand for is right. And I think where we run into a problem in our community, in our group, we get so caught in, well, that's not your place, but you see wrong happening, right? So when you see wrong happening, what you do? Do you just stand back and say, that ain't my business? Or do you look and say, well, I knew that wasn't his baby, now the baby 21 years old and he's trying to find his father? What you gonna do? I'm asking you, what you gonna do?
Well, honestly, Monique, if somebody say, well, Shelly, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to tell you this in confidentiality, and I don't want to go any further than me, you, and this table.
Yes.
It stays with me, him, and the table.
Well, let me say this, because I'm going to go back and forth with your ass, okay? I would say, before you tell me, did you hurt somebody?
Yeah, okay, yes.
Before you tell me, is this something that would make me question your character? Before you tell me, you got to be clear about what you get ready to tell me. Because if you're getting ready to tell me something and I know that you've done something wrong, I know that you're wrong, and I not say anything. That's why people are allowed to keep harming people for years to come. See Harvey Weinstein?
Yes.
Well, there's a lot of people that knew what was happening.
But they felt it wasn't their place.
It wasn't
them.
Right, until it becomes you. So I think the moment we get into a space, and I was in the 11th grade at the time,
Right.
okay? But when we get into a space where we say, listen, if I know you're doing wrong, and I take a position that's not my place, eventually you will succumb to what you support.
What was your relationship with the young lady that told you this in confidentiality?
I'm not going to focus on, I was in 11th grade, now I'm 56. But when she told me, I told her, I'm going to tell. See, I'm that. I'm going to tell him what you said. So we clear. I'm going to tell him what you said because that's not right.
Oh my goodness, Mo.
See, I think that's the problem that we're dealing with right now, Shannon.
Okay.
When we know something is wrong, everything Cat Williams sat here and said,
Right.
we all know it to be the truth. However, we get so caught up in, well, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Right.
Well, can you believe he said it? Or can you?
Or it's the messenger.
It's the messenger, baby. We get so caught up in the messenger that we'll overlook the message. People have a hard time hearing a 5'5" giant tell the truth. People have a hard time with a black woman over 200 pounds tell the truth. Because people that look like us, we should just be grateful we got invited to the party.
Right.
We should just be grateful that someone paid us attention. I dealt with that my whole life. I've dealt with that. So when you get to a space where you say, listen, I want to be free. I want to be free. I don't want to walk around intimidated, scared, fearful. What might happen? What they gonna what they gonna say? What they gonna do? If it's your story and it's the truth, tell it. Because what you can do is get in a position to prevent it happening to someone else over and over and over again. So if I go back to the 11th grade with that sister who's no longer with us, rest her with that sister, I would do that again. Because if you tell me something and we know it's wrong, but you're going to pin that on somebody else, is that right?
No, it's not right.
And what would your Aunt Mary do?
Man, Monique, I swear, Monique.
You're not answering my question. What would your Aunt Mary do?
Yeah.
Well, she's going to tell it because she's going to tell anything anyway. So, they probably know not to tell her.
But that's why you love Aunt Mary. Because Aunt Mary kept it in check.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't want to tell her,
Right.
she was going to tell that baby, you know that's not your daddy.
Right.
We're not going to play like that. You love Aunt Mary.
I do. The uniqueness of your name, M-O hyphen. Most of the time, Monique is a singular. It's not M-O hyphen. What was that like? Because people say, oh, you trying to be different. You trying to be bougie. You know good well you spell your name Monique like everybody else spell Monique.
I do. That's my stage name. When I'm out on stage, my name is M-O-N-I-Q-U-E. When I'm on stage, it's M-O, little hyphen, N-I-Q-U-E. That's just entertainment.
Did you ever think about changing it to the hyphen?
No. On stage is one person. Off stage is somebody different. And sometimes we get the two mixed up.
Right.
On stage, I am an entertainer.
Right.
Off stage, I'm a wife, I'm a mommy, I'm a friend, I'm a sister, I'm these different people, but I keep that stage on the stage.
How much of stage is actually Monique?
That's good, Shay. That's good. All of the stage is Monique, but there are certain things Monique's going to say on stage that she wouldn't say off the stage. There are certain things on that stage, you know, there have been people that say, oh, she cussed so much. Oh, I'm a performer, I'm an entertainer, and I'm on stage. But no one will ever find an interview of me doing what I do on stage in an interview like I'm having with you. It's two different things.
Right. What type of student was Monique? I read that you were in, I don't know if this is the correct word, but you were in the class that...
The slow one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a...
Say it, baby, now.
You want to
spell it out.
How about this here?
Hey.
You got 2 naps. You got 2 resets.
Okay.
You take the same class.
Okay, but I did not wear a helmet.
Okay.
Now, Since you want to go there, I did not have to wear that helmet, baby. So yes.
Well, as I sit here with you today, you didn't all of a sudden become this advanced. Why were you in that class?
I'm not gonna play with you, Shannon. Okay, some of them damn words Cat was using, I was like, what? I said, oh, he's talking it to him. You know, I never connected with school because I always felt like it wasn't adding up. So when you're trying to teach me about the Boston Tea Party, but people that look like me is at the bottom of the boat, I can't connect to what you're saying. When they were teaching me about history, we were always the savages, and we were always the bad people. And then you saw these white people be all the heroes. And as a little girl, I said, something's not adding up. So I don't look at that as a bad thing. I just didn't connect with it. It made no sense to me.
So you never had a problem with the learning, but there's a disconnect with what they were teaching and what you actually saw. You like, what you're teaching me is not what I actually see.
You know what, Shannon? It's a combination.
Okay.
It was a combination, okay? I wasn't grasping it, and I didn't believe it. So it's a combination. And when you have a child that is full of energy and is sitting in a classroom that's closed in all day long, and you're trying to tell me all that I'm not, it just did not add up to me. It just did not make sense to me. So there's no shame to when people say, "What's going to school class?" Yeah. You know, we covered.
So when you,
Hey, baby, we covered. But don't overlook what you don't think this package is supposed to be.
Right.
See, again, we come back to the messenger. Nobody thought that I would be. And I'll go to my family. Like, nobody thought, not the bad one. She's not going to be the one. Not her. So I've been used to people doubting and counting me out. And for me, as that little girl, it's like one day. And that one day is right here.
Even your family. So how was your family? How was your brothers and sisters? Because I mean, we joke. I mean, I got a brother and sister, and you know, we joke with each other, and I can imagine if the situation was, if one of us was in the class, oh, we gonna get the joke possible. It is what it is.
No one paid enough attention.
Really?
Like, no one paid enough attention, because though we lived in a household together, we were very individual. So no one even paid attention to what was really going on, and to include my parents. And that's not a victim story. That's not, oh, woe is me. It's just what it was. So it wasn't like, oh, you dummy. The jokes were always fat. They were always fat jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So I'm so used to that. But
are you the only one in your family that's...
Baby, the only one that sneaks snacks. I'm the only one that'll sneak them damn snacks in, and I'm the only one. Yes.
So what would you say your relationship then and now was with your family?
Well, my relationship now with my family is my biological family, and I wish them well. Well, here's the thing. I watched you do, and I think it was like a little clip, and they were talking about interracial babies.
Yes.
And you said, why would somebody stay where they're miserable?
Right.
That applies everywhere, Shannon. It just doesn't apply to that, especially in our community. We've been taught, take care of the family. Make sure, well, there are some families that deserve it, and there are some families that you have to say, listen, I'm so glad we had this time together. And that's it. Yeah. That's where I am with mine. I wish all of them the best, but that's what it is. Yeah. So even as I sit here with you now, with all that's going on in Hollywood and all of the stuff I had to go through, I've already been through it with people that you call your family. And I have to say, you know what? That has to just wash off when I know what I'm standing in and what I'm standing on.
You're absolutely right, Monique. My grandmother used to always tell us, she'd say, son, teeth and tongue may fall out, but family never should. And she stood on that. No matter what transpired in the family, no matter how bad someone had treated you, you should never fall out. But hearing you say that's different, because just because we're blood, that doesn't mean we're family through blood. But sometimes it's somebody on the outside that's not blood that's actually closer family than the actual biological.
We've been taught to say trauma is okay. We've been taught to say you mistreated me, you abused me, you violated me, you disrespected me, you belittled me, but I'm supposed to look at you at Thanksgiving and say, how you doing, That's what we've been taught. You swallow that pain. That's why people have such a problem with Cat Williams. People have a problem with people that says, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. And that causes a ruckus, and he would say, why are people upset with the truth? When you hear Steve Harvey say, there are repercussions.
Hold on.
Not enough.
We are a unique species, brothers and sisters. We are not bred. We are not born. We come to life when we accept the gift of change. Our powers are many, and they have served us well. The art of glamour has given us safety through secrecy, but I am afraid we are becoming the victims of progress. Sooner or later, human technology will find a way to see past our illusions. They will expose and demonize us and make us their ultimate enemy. Inevitably, we will become their inferiors.
Alright, I'll continue this tomorrow. Time for me to go.